lines and help us out, that would be very, very much appreciated. We're going to get started here into the call. So just wanted to welcome you out and thank you for all you're doing. Everything that you guys are doing out there, does not go unrecognized. We know that everybody's working hard, and more importantly is enjoying the journey as we're going along through this together. This is really exciting. My name's Dave Dove, and I work here at the corporate office alongside with all the other gentlemen and ladies here in the office, along with the founders of the company. So very privileged to be here and grateful to be here as a voice for you and a voice to the field. So before we get started, for those that are new, for the first time ever taking a look at this, or you just joined our network, I want to just share with you what our vision is so that everybody understands what that is. And that is that we are a revolutionary financial movement that is shifting the power and profits from the big businesses to the individual. Through the power of the network, we're able to leverage exclusive savings and drive a greater income for all of you. And you know what that means is we're literally taking and giving you the power back. And you're going to learn a little bit about that today from some of our messages that we're going to share with you. But this entire company was founded upon three different guiding principles for the company. First of all was to find out where the world is going and to get there first. And second is to make more money than you spend. And three is to lose your life in the betterment of others. And I have to the side of me right now our president and the gentleman who these guiding principles were absolutely brought to the forefront from this gentleman right here. So we're excited to hear from him today. And he's like a little kid in the candy store. His legs shaking. He can't wait to talk to you.
My body language, I'm like a Peter Rabbit.
That's right. So we're super excited to have you get to hear from Richard today. It's a special week. With this holiday season that we're moving into, we're super excited for all of you. This is an amazing Christmas gift that you can give. And the difference with this gift than any gift that you have underneath the tree is this is a gift that keeps on giving, if you know what I'm saying. So this is an incredible, incredible gift. So just a couple of announcements real briefly before we get into the call too much further is to not forget about the promotion that these gentlemen, the founders, had rolled out to you guys in November. Started November 14th and is going till January 14th. You have the opportunity right now to qualify for your what we call Tier 3 and for your Power 3 rank, which is your Tier 10 payout with only 3 personally enrolled charter members, which is incredible. Now you can get it, if you don't have that flyer, you can get it on Rise Up on the Facebook page in the file section, or you can reach it actually also on our blog or our news channel, which you just scroll the bottom of the website. It's just down at the bottom, click there, go to news, and you can retrieve that PDF document explaining how that program works. Second one that we have going, which is really awesome that the founders put together, is our Christmas tree promotion. This is really cool, you guys. This is actually where we pay $10 for every line switched on our mobile program into the TBS. Now that's an ongoing payment deal. That's not just a promotion, but we just launched it, so it's part of the promotion that we're running. And then the second part of that is for every line switched also, you get a chance to win a $500 gift card that will be announced in November, on the 5th.
November 5th?
Yeah, and they wanted to run it through the holidays, just through the new year. And everything.
Wait a second, November's behind us.
Oh, I'm not saying, did I say November?
Yeah, January.
I was kind of hoping it was still November.
January 5th.
January 5th. Thank you. Yeah, not November 2020. Yeah, till January 2020 on the 5th is when they'll announce the winner for the $500 card. And on from there, you guys, $10 per line switched with our mobile runs through the TBS. That's the team building structure for those that are new. You'll get to know that. Get with the person who invited you to our network and ask them a little bit more detail about that. Number 3 announcement real quick is our holiday hours. I just wanted to kind of cover with you. We're actually sending out an email, and you'll also see it on Facebook. But for the holiday hours, December 24th, which is tomorrow, we will actually be closed 24th to January 1st. Now, with that said, customer service will be available from December 26th, 27th, and 30th from 9 to 5. You'll get this on an email, so you'll receive it. Mountain Standard Time, and from 9 a.m. till noon on January 31st, Mountain Standard Time. Again, this is coming out on email very shortly, so you'll get the details of that. I just want to remind you, with the holidays, there'll be some time frames that people won't be available necessarily. So also the opportunity calls, we will not have an opportunity call tomorrow night. It is Christmas Eve, so we won't be having one tomorrow night, nor will we have one on Christmas. They'll resume back on Thursday, the day after Christmas, and so on from there on out. Just to let everybody know, normally those calls are held Monday through Thursday at 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. You can find those calls at rNetwork.live. That's where you find those calls, so you can link into any of those calls at any time, but you also can invite your prospects, which is exactly what the purpose of those calls are for. So with that said, and before we move into our special guest, I just want to thank you all for everything you're doing and appreciate the passion and the conviction that you have for our network. Guys, this is going to be a billion-dollar company. It's what slice of that pie do you want to have part of? And this is the interesting fact of where we're going as a company. And when I say interesting fact, it's that I know what these gentlemen have already put together for you for the future, for a lot of things that are in the future, but I also know what they're doing today and what we're actually rolling out on January 14th. Super excited about where we're going as a company, you guys. You should be super excited, and I know you are. This time of the year is a special time. This is a great time for you. This is an opportunity to share our network. Remember, we're not selling anything. We're sharing savings. So all we're saying to you is during the holiday, this might be your opportunity to start opening up and talking and having conversation with those around you at your holiday parties, at your family parties, and so on. And don't let off the gas, because how we end this month is how we start next year. How we end this month is how you're going to start next year. So that doesn't mean it's because of the holiday that we say, hey, I'm going to put our network on the shelf and say, I'm not going to build my business right now. It's too hard. People are busy, whatever, yada, yada, yada. Well, this is the best time of the year. People are spending money. They're thinking about spending money. And next year, guess what? January 1st, they're thinking about, how do I save more money? so now it's not knowing how we save, but how I make more money, right? So keep in mind that this is a great time of year for you to start opening up and sharing with people and changing their lives. Lose your life in the betterment of others. And that's what our guiding principle is. So with that said, before we go into your guys' portion, which is where we open up the call, I want to turn over some time to our president. I asked him to be part of our call today because this is a special time of the year. And moving into the next year and into the things that we're going to be launching in January and stuff. Super excited for you guys. I'm more excited for you just to hear from Mr. Richard. So I'm going to turn the time over to Mr. Richard Smith.
One of the things that I'd like to talk about is an experience I had as a very young boy, and I don't even remember the age. So I'm the oldest of, there's a total of 4 of us, and there was only 3 of us that were actually all about the Santa Claus. I was that young. I was a big-time believer in Santa Claus. I still am today, in fact. So I'll get into that in a second. But at the end of the day, we, as a young boy, my dad had some special friends that actually lived in Australia. And dang it, if we didn't get up and get out and see what Santa Claus brought before the phone rung, we were screwed, because my dad would be on the phone for over an hour. We could not go and see what Santa Claus brought us. So it was always a race to make sure we had family prayer, everybody was dressed, everything was ready, and we were ready to run out and see what Santa Claus brought us. We were just that kind of a structured family. Well, this particular Christmas, we had just gotten into a new home. And we set up the Christmas tree and did all the other things. And we had an unfinished basement. My parents were going to plan on finishing it the next year or so after we moved in. And man, we took off and everything jumped. My little brother was jumping on the bed. He was a little bit like, I don't know if you've seen the Christmas Story. He was a little bit like the little kid that had the big outfit on, not Ralphie, but the other one. I guess that makes me Ralphie. But we took off. He jumped on the bed and woke up Mom and Dad, and we quickly had a prayer. And we all wanted to make sure Mom didn't say it because she always prayed too long. And so we were all, Brian's going to say it. We did it. And it was a very, very memorable time because we figured, oh man, we're really in good time now. And we took off and went into the living room, the front room there, and the tree was standing and there was no gifts under the tree. And it was an interesting experience to be a young believer of Santa Claus and to see there was nothing under the tree whatsoever. And a little bit like the Grinch, Christmas came just the same. In fact, I will tell you this, that phone call that came from the special friends was way, way more memorable. And I listened to what my dad had to say than I'd ever done in my entire life. And to think about how much they meant to him and how much he meant to them was a neat experience. We sang a couple of Christmas carols, ones that we knew, and Christmas came just the same. And then my little brother, like he is, he's like, hey, we have a chimney downstairs, and we called it chimney, not chimney. I don't know, maybe it's our accent. Chimney downstairs. And I'm like, no, that's not going to happen. And Mom and Dad look at each other, and maybe Santa did come down the chimney. And I'll never forget going down the stairs. Running across the cold cement floor, turning around and flipping on the lights. And in the unfinished basement, it was just drywall. And there was a tree set up, a letter, some modest gifts, and Santa had come. And I'm going to tell you right now, Christmas was just as good upstairs as it was downstairs. And during this time of year, there's a little figurine that I like to remember. It's when Santa Claus has got his hat pulled off. Has his hat pulled off and he's kneeling. He's kneeling at the manger scene. And even the spirit of Christmas gives to the one who gave. I don't know what your beliefs are, and it doesn't matter to me much. The spirit of giving needs to permeate this company. I hope you know that it does from here to there. Lose your life in the betterment of others isn't just a statement. It's something we need to do. When you sign somebody up to be a charter member, that's when the job begins, not when it ends. You take them by the hand and help them get their Power 3 rank so we know that they're making more money than they spend and they've unlocked all 10 tiers. I was interviewed by Dave today, twice. I don't know, maybe Roger and them wanted to pull a practical joke on me or something, but they asked, why is this so different? This is different because we literally do lose our lives in the betterment of others. There's a lot of talk about, well, is the bank coming, isn't it? The bank's coming, folks. Our pay's coming. Our money's coming. The ability to transfer money around the world is coming. The ability for people to be able to participate and save money on a global basis is coming. We're one big family. Lose your life in the betterment of others. Find your 3 business partners, run with them and teach the same principle you run with. The biggest job all of us have is getting the stinking thinking out of ourselves and those that we choose to run with. We're taught to be lazy and we're taught to be skeptical. I'm sure glad that the spirit of Christmas isn't lazy, and boy, is it not lazy. We all run around ragged being Santa Claus to somebody, and that spirit's there. More importantly, I'm glad that the child that he knelt before wasn't lazy either. Don't be lazy. Don't let yourself down. Use this company to lean against to make your life extraordinary. There's nothing wrong with making your life extraordinary and receiving the things and the blessings of your life. The best way to do it is help others do it. I'm a living testament of that. I know what it feels like to have somebody come up, put their arms around you, and tell you, I'm wealthy because of something you created or was a part of. Every one of you on this line are going to have that ability. I don't really care about the ones on the call. Now you're going to go, wow, that's bold, Richard. I care about the peoples that you bring in, because those are the ones that matter, because they won't have the same opportunity you do with the organization. And we're desperately trying to build that they'll have a better opportunity, because I want them all to come to you and throw their arms around you and say, I am sure glad you were there when everything was questionable at this business, because I came in through your group. I hope you understand the spirit in which this is being built. I hope you understand that we love you all just because of the people you are. And those that are leaving, and there are going to be people that leave, we love them too. For one reason or another, this isn't what they were looked at or wanted to be a part. There are very few of them, but they do leave. And you probably see it in your group. We love them. We're not going to speak bad of them. We want people that can believe in themselves and believe in what our network's all about. Because as you bring your network and our network together, we're going to revolutionize the world. You have something very special here, and you're a co-creator of it. As far as I'm concerned, I tip my hat to every one of you, because somewhere in your heart you said, man, I'd love to be able to make money and not have to sell something that was hard to sell. That is what this is all about. We heard you. The great beyond heard you. And 5 guys said, dang it, let's just do this. And it's going to revolutionize everything. And Wall Street knows it. The banking community knows it. I hope you know it. With that, I'm going to turn the time back over to Dave. I hope that's the message you were looking for. Thank you.
That was awesome, you guys. Isn't that incredible to have a guy like this at the helm? I mean, guys, and there's 4 others just like it. And every one of them care tremendously about the success of this company. I just love working along the side of Richard, and always have. And so we just have such we have something pretty special here. It's a community that's really special, and we have to protect it. And my message today on Facebook, when I shared, thanks Richard for coming. He's got to get going. So the message that I shared today on Facebook was that you control what's between your ears, and that's the only thing you can control. You can't control what others do. You can't control what others say or think or whatever, but you can control what's between your ears. So during this next sprint to the 14th of January, I'm going to challenge you. I want to challenge you to actually not just set resolutions. It's one thing to say, I'm going to lose weight, or I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to do all these things. But actually make a commitment to whatever you write down. Like if my goal this next year, and I'll share one of my personal goals with you, is my goal this next year is to read a book every week. I've been doing about every other week, and I've wanted to get it to every week. And that's just, and I didn't just write it down. I actually now envision myself reading a book every week. And I'm just giving you a little tidbit, right? The next goal is, how can I actually be a better person in the world? How can I make a difference? What are things that and I broke it down. What are some of the things that I can work on as an individual to be better? So don't just set resolutions for next year that you want to be rich, or that those are great things, but how can you make an impact in the world? Utilizing this vehicle to help do some of that. If you can imagine the possibilities of where we're going to take this company, and I'm talking things that are so far out there that I don't even dare share it here because it's not real yet. But some of the things these guys talk about that we're going to be doing is mind-boggling. These guys don't think small at all. And I love being around people that lift you, that put you to another level, and they are that type of person. And so my heart is full of gratitude at this time of the year, and it is every day, but especially this time of year. So my challenge to you is to write down 3 or 4 or 5, whatever you want to write down, resolutions that you're going to commit to, that's going to make you a person that is a person of legacy. Think about that. Think about the statement, a person of legacy. Meaning, what is the impression that you're leaving behind to everybody around you? Family, friends, business associates, and so on. And we have such a unique opportunity to make that impression. And so my next challenge for you, especially over the next few days, because this is a tough one for me too. And I learned a few years ago, my wife is one of the best teachers that I've ever met. She taught me patience and she tries to teach me patience, and she tries to teach me other things. But one of the things that I want to challenge you is, during this time of year, when somebody cuts you off, or somebody actually is greedy around Walmart or Target or whatever, and they take your parking stall, don't get mad. Don't get mad. Challenge yourself to be that person that says, no big deal. I'm glad they got that parking stall, because I'm going to go find the next best one. Change your look. Change the way you look at things, and the things that you look at will change. And so I challenge you this holiday to be patient with the people around you, and go find somebody in the community that you can serve and give back to. Because when you give, and you do it with a heart of gratitude and humility, then I promise you, your life will be better. You'll be happier. You'll be less stressed. You'll have less anxiety. And it's amazing when you let go of those feelings, when you let go of the struggles around you. You got to let them go. And last of all, my favorite part of this call is to open the lines up and offer you guys the opportunity to share some thoughts with the field. This isn't an opportunity to ask questions, guys. This is an opportunity of you to be able to share some of your thoughts with the field.
Hey, Double D, how are you? It's Robert.
What's up, buddy? How are you doing, Robert?
Wow, I'm doing awesome this holiday season, Christmas. I mean, what our president just said and what you guys all both just said is so heartwarming and so touching. I mean, I've never seen a company that goes out of their way to say the stuff they're saying, you guys are saying. It is beyond remarkable.
Thanks, Robert, for sharing that.
Hi, Dave.
My heart really gets touched by you guys. Sorry about that.
No, thank you, Robert. Appreciate it. Hi, Victoria.
Hi. I wanted to, first of all,
Hold on,
this
hold
is
I love
fantastic.
this lady's smile, by the way. It's
Oh,
contagious.
thank you. This is wonderful. Thank you, Richard, for his words. I mean, it brings tears to my eyes because of his sincerity. But, I just want you and everybody to know that this company is so special. And it's our belief about what we're doing that will manifest into what you are talking about. Because when we believe in ourselves and the things that we can do right now, not in the future, but in the moment right now, it will come to pass, guaranteed. So thank you. I'm having a wonderful time recruiting this time of the year. It's quieter. I know people are out there distracted, but it's more fun than shopping, let me tell you. So thank you so much. And we're all going to have a fantastic 2020, but that starts right now.
Hey, Victoria,
Hello,
you did a
hello,
beautiful
Dave.
job.
Dave and Richard.
Yeah.
How you doing? This is Mark Curry. I have a tough challenge with my prospects, given their SS numbers, Social Security numbers. So I talked to a certified tax preparer, and he said that once a person makes $600, the company is required to file their taxes. But personally, the person has to make $25 for them to file their taxes. So if the company only has to file that person's taxes when they make $600, why can't we just let them get in the system at the in the beginning, because they have $0 under their name at that point. So and then we can create an algorithm so that when they get up to $600, boom, they get a message. You're required to provide your SS number, or we'll have problems getting your compensation to you. Give you 3 days.
Yeah. So couple things I would share with you is that in the very short term here, we'll be onboarding the bank, which you're going to have to provide anyway. You need to do it to get a checking account. In order to get a checking account, they have to have their information. So that's going to be done anyway, no matter what.
Okay.
And so, yeah, just hang tight. You'll see some of those changes, plus some of the updates we're doing in the back office, which are going to be pretty sweet. I think you'll all enjoy it, actually. So it'll simplify the process. So, but thank you for sharing. Anybody else?
You.
Hi, it's Di from Biloxi, Mississippi.
Hey, Di, how are you?
Good, thank you. I really just wanted to say Merry Christmas to everybody and have a great New Year, because this is rocking and I'm having so much fun with it, and I'm looking so forward to the new year because of it. So really, I just wanted to wish you and everybody in the company a very Merry Christmas.
Oh, same to you, Di. I appreciate you. And darn it, you beat me to. I had my Santa hat to wear today, and I had it sitting on the bar, and I walked out and left it at my house. I'm so bummed.
I had to do it.
Anyway, well, thanks for wearing it, because that cheers me up. So anybody else like to share?
Yeah,
Hey,
Dave,
Dave, this
AJ
is
from
Eddie.
Canada.
Yeah. Hey, AJ.
How you doing? Just Merry Christmas to everybody, and just wanted to say how thankful I am to be a part of this company. And when I first got started here a while ago, there was nobody around here. I'm in a totally different country, as you know, and there was nobody around here involved in the network. But through the support of our amazing upline and the materials that they've had online, I was able to actually get into some of that training and materials and start meetings within a few weeks. And we've had amazing success in our meetings. We've got over 100 people involved in the group now. And we have people joining on a regular basis. And it's just probably about 90% of the people that come out end up joining the network. So just an amazing time, having a great time with it. But what I wanted to share with, ask it, I guess it would be I think it would be a good idea to start another Facebook page, a group, what we could call Our Glow, which would be dedicated to testimonials of community service, random acts of kindness or things like that, where people could just post on things that they're doing in their community to be a blessing in their community. I just thought, well, that kind of went with Richard's message and what we were talking about today anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. And thank you, AJ, for sharing. One, congratulations on the success you're having there in Canada. One of my close to heart, love Canada. In fact, I'll have to share a quick story. I actually went to the, let's see, it would have been the 87 or 88, went the World's Fair that was in back about that time. Anyway, went to it, beautiful country. And of course that was over on the Vancouver side in that area, but man, beautiful British Columbia, all that, just gorgeous country. So in answer to your sharing testimonies, one of the things we've done as a company, if you're not part of it, we need to make sure you get to be part of it, is our Rise Up page. And Rise Up is designed not just for savings and rank advancements, but it is designed specifically for charter members to share their small acts of kindness.
Our world.
And it's our world, and would really, really love it if all of you would start sharing your small acts of kindness. It could be as small as, feeding. I just actually went to McDonald's because I love their fries, but I just went to McDonald's and actually grabbed some fries, and I ordered a Big Mac meal, and I gave it to this homeless guy that was just sitting out on the side of the street in front of it. It's just little things that we do, right? So whenever you do something small, even, it can be as small as that. And but you're absolutely right, AJ. That is what our whole world is based around, is giving back and paying it forward. So thank you for sharing that, though. Big time. Anybody else would like to share?
Hey, Dave, Eddie T.
Hey.
I just want to say, hey, Diane, Robin, I love the picture. The picture behind her, it's got rNetwork jackets on that, and it looks like it's a painting. Was a picture converted on canvas? That looks awesome.
Robin did a Photoshop. She made that photo, and we put it on canvas to hang on our wall.
That's awesome.
Love it.
That is awesome. Good eye, Ed. I must be blind. I don't have my glasses on. I can't quite see that, but that looks awesome. Anybody else like to share, though?
Hey, Dave, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hey, this is Lucas.
Hey, Lucas.
Let me get this going real quick. So, I met my friend Richard Smith, a couple years ago, he's a great man. I shared my vision with him, as for, you mentioned McDonald's, which took me back years ago. So many years ago, I lived in Guatemala, I was adopted and came to the United States, it was a great thing for me, I went back to Guatemala to visit my family, to see what family I had and stuff. But in the whole process, I ended up going to a church, and I had some friends with me, and we all went out to McDonald's, and we had a good time, but everybody was laughing and having a good time, and I was looking, wondering, why are they laughing? And when I turned around, I saw that they were taking those French fries and they were throwing it on the street, and you watch the street kids, and they were all fighting for that French fry.
Wow.
So with me, though, it's dear to my heart because I told my friends, not too long ago, that was me. I was that kid on the other side of the fence. I was the one that was fighting for that French fry, But when Richard Smith and I talked and I saw his vision and what he had told me, then that vision made it reality. So my why am I in the art network? Why did I get involved in things? It's because with Richard's vision and the vision that I have, that if everything works out, hopefully sometime next year, I will go back home and we will, with Richard Smith's help, make it proper to help the street kids. That is my why. I've come a long ways, but I want to help others. I want to show others that everything's not as hard if we join together as one. Okay?
Thank you for sharing that. Gosh darn, that's an amazing story, and I appreciate you sharing that with everybody. Incredible. Mark,
Thank you for your time, Dave. Well, I appreciate it, buddy.
hey, love it, man. Thank you so much for being part of the company. Big time. Appreciate it. Anybody else like to share?
Hey, this is John. Nobody wants to hear from me, but I don't care. You know me, I'm stubborn. So I just want to say Merry Christmas to everybody. This has been an awesome meeting. I love it when we get real on these meetings. When we just talk like this. This is my favorite part about this entire business, is just a small talk. We're not talking about products and services. We're talking about what our network means to all of us. I can tell you, I'm very humbled to be a part of this, to say the least. And I know that, I appreciate everything you guys do. And I just wanted you to hear it from some of the other upline leaders as well, that, we love and appreciate you guys a lot. I mean, and regardless of we don't care what team people are on. We don't, we care about the network as a whole, and the small acts of kindness, all that kind of stuff. It's so awesome. In fact, I know a lot of us have been going nonstop. I'm actually going to take, you'll be proud of me, Dave. I decided to take almost half a day off on Christmas. They sure have slowed down for a couple hours, but it's hard. It's infectious, right? It's hard not to work this all the time because of how amazing this opportunity really is. And I think that people are starting to see just how special this is. And Dave's right. You guys have only seen a small piece of this, and this small piece, look what it's already done. So as this thing builds out, you know what, you're in the right place at the right time. We appreciate you. Merry Christmas, everybody. We love you, and that's all I've got.
Thanks, John. Big time, man. That's awesome. And, I know you and all the leaders are working hard. So no question about it. So anyway, I appreciate those words. Anybody else like to share? I know we've got some other superstars or somebody that would like to share. This is like being in church when they're saying, hey, come up, bear your testimony, and all of a sudden you start itching.
Hey, Dave, this is Kari Leggett.
Sorry.
Hey, I just have to tell you that I'm not putting the video on because I had eye surgery this week. And before I went into eye surgery and after I came out, I was still messaging people about this. And that's how ridiculously focused I am. And still just planting those seeds, getting a few people a little more closer to that point. But it's pretty funny how, I just was a little bit frustrated that my retina decided to detach from in my eye. I'm like, I don't have time for this right now. But anyway, this is a business that you can just keep working on no matter what happens. So anyway, just want to wish you Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, and we all look forward to what's ahead and appreciate all you've been doing.
Oh, thank you, Kari. And hopefully you get healed here pretty fast. I was going to make a joke, but it's not anything to joke about. Like, that's not something I was going to say, you can't see yourself coming today. today. So I mean, but I love the fact that you're on here, and I love the fact that every single person on this call is on here today. I know it's not easy, right? It's work time for a lot of people. The busy time. It's Christmas, but it shows your commitment. So thank you for getting on, and we pray that you heal fast, big time. So we'll send the prayers your way.
Hi, Dave.
Yeah.
Hi, Dave. Can you hear me? It's Leanne from Canada.
Yes, Leanne. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Merry Christmas to everybody at the office, at our network, everybody on this call as well, and anybody who couldn't make the call as well. When they do watch the replay, Merry Christmas and God's blessings to everybody in this Christmas season, and all the best in 2020. First of all, I want to just say thank you for your powerful posts. I look forward to them every day, as well as the pictures, because it's not just the words. Those pictures are speak volumes. And so yes, I wanted to tell you that. I wanted to wish everyone Merry Christmas. And in fact, yes, it is the season of giving. I'm actually headed to town. I'm just getting off work, my day job, and I'm heading to town. There's two gentlemen in town that are longtime friends of mine. They used to be coworkers, but they've retired, and sadly both their wives have passed on. And for several years now, they've been widowed, but I'm going to go surprise them with my special Christmas cakes. So I just wanted to share that with everyone, that yes, I believe when you do give, the spirit of giving, it just feels so much better. So that's all I wanted to say to everybody. And I'm so grateful and happy to be here. And thank John Johnson. I have grown so much in the last several months with all of the teachings and recordings. So just attitude of gratitude. So that's it. Thank you.
Wow. Thanks, Leanne. I just love this lady. She's such a beautiful soul. So thank you for sharing. Appreciate it big time. Anybody else like to share?
Hi, this is Marissa Gamble here.
Hey, Marissa, how are you?
Oh, good. I'm just grateful that everybody has a positive attitude, and that just keeps it up. I just want to say thank you for always inviting me to these opportunity calls. It's always the time of year to give, and always give back for others, to share that special time of year. And our network is a part of the greatest time of opportunity here. I just want to say thank you, all you guys, for being there and being strong with the business opportunity. And even though it's tough sometimes to refer, but don't always get down, and just you guys always have like the mindset, and just keep trucking, and getting back up and taking time to breathe and everything. I know that people have time, like busy time, but yeah, I just like the opportunity. And ever since the beginning of the year, when I first found out, and at the beginning of the original card, that really blew our mind away. But yeah, I just wanted to say thank you for everyone, and for I can't wait to help other people, and to be a go-giver and go-getter. And I loved helping everyone, and being like what Lucas Griffin has said, and being united, and just take each other's hands and follow each other's steps, and be an example to everyone. Thank you for everyone.
Thanks, Marissa. Those are some really nice, kind words, number one. And, one thing I love about Marissa is that you're always willing to help, and you're always reaching out and helping others. So that's exactly the spirit that we're obviously trying to create, that culture here in our company. So thank you for all you're doing, Marissa, and happy holidays.
Thank you. Thank you.
Anybody else like to share?
Hello, this is Nicole Tomlin from Athens, Georgia. How are you?
Hi, Nicole.
Hey, I'm doing some driving, so I wanted to take a quick moment while I had a second and not driving, just to say thank you all. I appreciate everything. I'm always plugged in. I was telling John, I said I'm kind of like the rNetwork stalker. just always listening and watching and learning, and really been trying to plug it in out there and just really get enriched with everything that this company has to offer, because I love everything about it. And the positive energy that I get is just wonderful, because that's exactly what I feed off of, is positive energy, and spreading that. I love to do that. So I just wanted to thank you all very much, and to have a Merry Christmas.
Thanks so much for sharing. That's awesome. Guys, this is like seriously my favorite part of the whole thing. Like, I wait till this part every time, and just it brings a lot of joy and excitement. So to hear people talk. So if you've got something to share, we're okay today. We'll go a little longer. No big deal. Love to hear from you. Somebody's crying.
Can you hear me, Dad?
No, I can't quite hear you. Would love to, though. Darn it.
Okay, let me see what I can do.
I think we have a...
Can you hear me now, Dave?
Yeah. Yes, we got you now.
Okay, let me check. Okay, I was going through Bluetooth in the car. Okay. Hey, this is David Agrinsonis here in Cleveland. Hey, I'm thankful for all you guys, especially you, John Johnson, Marissa. You know, I'm driving myself, so I can't do no two-way video. But when I looked at this opportunity, you know, especially when we came to Utah back in August, that was a clincher. You know, when I sat down and met with you and the other leaders, with the other leaders of hard work, able to shake your hand and everything, I'm seeing that, hey, you guys are real. We have so much in common, especially me and you, both of us being bald-headed, you know what I'm saying? But still, I look at the dream that John Richard Smith had, and it's something I've done in the past, has been with your products and services. Here you have it under one umbrella. And I'm able to, personally, I'm able to save, you know, not just going here and sharing stuff and anything. You just share the idea with others, you know, and hey, you know, keep up the good work. I'm here for the long haul. You know, I'm here to say this is the last thing I'm doing. Sometime next year, I may decide on stop working for corporate America, because I'm still a W-2 employee. Advantage of that is somebody's putting money in my 401 and health insurance, and some other things too, you know. But I really like this, man. I love you guys. God bless, and Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to you.
Same to you, Dave. Thanks for sharing. Anybody else? All right. Well, I want to be respectful of your time, and just wanted to thank everybody and wish you all a happy holidays, Merry Christmas. Will be the next time that we'll be seeing you on this call will be the next Monday, which is the 30th. We'll be back on then and do the same call, do another call again. And hopefully by then I'll have another couple of different guests that can share with you some of their thoughts. We're working hard. I just want to let you all know how we're working extremely hard. It might seem like we're taking all this time off in December. We're really not. We were told to take the time off in the office, but to work from home. So we'll be working from our homes and preparing for the 14th. And it's exciting because of what we're rolling out on the 14th and some of the things that we're working on, which we're super proud of and excited for. And then on top of that, it's a new year. It's a new start, and you get to kind of turn the page per se. And if you didn't have the year that you wanted last year, let's make a commitment to make it this year, that this 2020 is going to be the year that you've always wanted. And this company, like I said, will be a $1 billion company. It's just what piece of that pie do you want to be a part of? And if you work hard and you lose your life in the betterment of others, and you literally sacrifice for, like, literally a 90-day sacrifice, just run as hard as you can over the next 90 days, I think you're going to see a pretty significant difference in your income and in your business and the people's lives that are changing. So don't forget, T3 by the 14th is most important. And then not only your T3, but help every single person get their T3 that's on your team. Drill down in and make sure we really assist those people and get that T3. So with that said, you guys, thank you so much. And thanks for tuning in today. Have a great Christmas and great time with your family. Love y'all. And we'll be reposting this back. Oh, by the way, all these calls will be put up onto YouTube so they can be shared with your teams and with your friends. So thanks, you guys. Have a great holiday, and we'll be talking to you soon.
Merry Christmas, Dave.
Thanks, JP. That's my brother right there from another